Of course, like I said, Zach won this week now, so that's two wins of the year. I think it's now 8-2-2 for me. Two ties and 2 wins for you, 8 wins for me. We got 6 buys this week, Zach. We get started. We have the Ravens, the Broncos, the Texans, the Colts, the Patriots, and your Commanders. Of these 6 teams, who do you think needs this bye week more?
I mean, it's got to be a toss-up between the Ravens and Texans. I mean, Texans, C.J. Stroud's got to get his head right for this season.
Mm-hmm.
And Baltimore, can you win a game that's close? Like, against good competition, can you win a close game?
But that's the thing, too, also with Baltimore. And that's been a problem, the way they've been for the last couple of years. Like, they always play down the competition, and then they play, and the teams that are on level or even better, they'll beat, at least during the regular season anyway. This week was a little weird, though. Like, Philadelphia, I thought they blew out Philadelphia. And, and look, they're not to say they weren't in a position to do so, but with every Justin Tucker miss, you heard that stadium deflate more and more. And Philadelphia just grabbed the momentum at that point.
Yeah.
So, but I'm with you, actually. I'm going to give it a 3-way tie between Baltimore, which I agree to get their head straight right now. Houston, with C.J. Stroud, I agree with you. And your Commanders, I think Jay Daniels, another week free to get healthy for the stretch run, would help a lot. He's definitely hurt. Now, granted, it didn't matter this week against Tennessee because they suck. But, yeah, he's hurt. And hopefully this week could help him lock up that wild card, which right now there are 2 games up in the wild card as we standing into week 14. So, all right, here we go. So Thursday night game, of course, tonight. Well, tonight as of this recording when you hear it. Packers at Lions. Lions are 3.5-point favorites. The over/under is 51.5. Zach.
Every week, another defender goes down for the Lions. So I'm not going to say it's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back for the season, but I really like Green Bay this weekend or on Thursday night. Just too much going on for the Lions right now.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about the Lions now with the injuries, especially piling up now the wrong time of the year. I do think we're going to know a lot about the Lions these next 2 weeks. The Green Bay tomorrow, and then of course Buffalo the week after. I have Detroit number 3 in my rankings right now currently for that reason. Power rankings this week. But I'm going to take Detroit here regardless. I think they need to get right game. I think they'll get it here. I am not sold on Green Bay as a top tier team. They're a tier 2 team. They're definitely a good team. They could probably, with the right matchup, find themselves in the NFC title game, depending on how things shake out in the NFC by the end of the year. But there's still questions about Jordan Love. Like, Jordan Love's a good quarterback, correct? Top 10 quarterback in the league. But I don't even count the Miami game, to be honest with you, because Miami just does not play well in the cold. I just haven't seen a complete Packers game in a while. And this would be a good spot to get it done. If they win this game in Detroit, which, by the way, last year on Thanksgiving weekend, when they played Detroit on Thanksgiving weekend, and they actually won in Detroit, and that was the game that turned the season around for the record. But I don't see it happening this week. Give me Detroit to win to cover 3.5 points. I think they need to get right game. They'll get it here from Jared Goff and company. All right, to Sunday we go. We have the Jaguars at Titans. The Titans are 4.5-point favorites. The over/under is 40, Zach.
I'm going to just assume that Trevor Lawrence will be in concussion protocol.
Oh, no. Well, yeah, he is, but he's out for the year.
Oh, he's out for the year.
He's gonna have shoulder surgery, so they're packing it up.
Yeah, you're telling me Will Levis versus Mac Jones. Give me Will Levis. Look, I understand Tennessee struggled against my team, who I don't understand how you could not stop our run game because it's so weak. But I don't think Tennessee's defense will miss 2 weeks in a row.
I'm with you there, too, also. Jaguars are done. As you just heard the news about Lawrence out for the year, shoulder injury, plus the concussion protocol thingy, whatever you call that. They're already 2-10. This tank for draft pick, obviously. Tennessee, they'll win a game here and there once a blue moon. They're still a bad team, but Tennessee's the better team of the two right now at this point. Give me Tennessee as well, too, also to cover 4.5 points. All right. You got the Jets at Dolphins. The Dolphins are 6.5-point favorites. The over/under is 45, Zach.
Man, let me get the Dolphins now before the line spikes even higher. I'm almost to the point. I think the Jets are putting out feelers to find out whether or not they can bench Aaron Rodgers.
Well, they
So
that's been rumored already for the last couple of weeks that possibility that that happens.
yeah, and what do you gain from doing that?
Nothing.
Yeah, you don't have a backup rookie quarterback waiting in the
You know,
wings.
Tyrod Taylor,
Yeah. So what, a guy who's 2 years younger than him at
probably.
most? Yeah. But give me the Dolphins against the Jets.
Yeah, I think they win the game. However, it's a lot of points, and I'm going to factor the rivalry component too. Also, um, so I'm taking the Jets and the points here. Dolphins win, but Jets and the points. But we must appreciate now going forward that week to week for the rest of the year, we could be seeing the end of Aaron Rodgers' career because this idea about 2025 about him coming back to the Jets. First off, if Aaron Rodgers comes back to football next year, it has to be the Jets. You know why? I don't see any other team in the league taking him on at all. He adds nothing. He now is at a point where he adds zero to a team. He doesn't add leadership. He doesn't add play anymore. He's not good enough anymore. Like in the past, you'd be
No.
like, oh, he's a bit of a head case. Well, you know what? It's Aaron Rodgers, top guy in the league. I get it. That's not the case anymore. He's a bottom 10 quarterback in the league right now, maybe worse. So if he comes back in 2025, it has to be the Jets. So and that's up in the air as is right now. So unless he ends the year strong, we could be seeing Aaron Rodgers' career in 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 general in New York, obviously, but in general. So in that case, like I said, give me the Jets to the points, but I take Dolphins to win. All right, next one here we have Falcons at Vikings. The Vikings are 4.5 point favorites. The over under is 45.5. Zach,
Could could what, the number 8 pick in the draft make an appearance this weekend?
I heard a rumor about that. Someone sent me a text saying that he heard that Kirk Cousins may not play this weekend, but I disagree with that because this is Kirk Cousins' return to Minnesota. First off,
Well, it's gonna be a ugly reappearance in Minnesota. Give me the Vikings. I could see them the whole team wanting to show up just to beat down Kirk Cousins.
he is a well liked guy though in Minnesota. I will say that he'll probably get a standing ovation the whole nine. Um,
Yeah, from the fans.
yeah, of course. Um, I do think Atlanta will play better this week. Obviously they're in the tailspin as is. I told you guys a couple weeks ago that watch the Buccaneers are getting healthy and they're in within range to take over the NFC South. And right now they're even. They're tied with Atlanta right now in the division. So things are working out that way for them. But I do like. I think Atlanta keeps getting close. The best bet though is taking the over on this one. I can see some fireworks here.
See, and that's the thing. I think this will be very low scoring,
You think so?
at least on Atlanta's part, because what will be glaring, the return of Cousins to Minnesota, which makes this a big game, a very big game. And the Vikings, what have they done all season? Capitalize on turnovers.
Mm.
He's gonna throw 3 picks. If you could bet on the over under of how many interceptions, bet on that.
All right, interesting. Okay, but the best bet for me is the over in this one. All right, next one: Saints at Giants. The Saints are 4 point favorites. The over under is 39.5. Zach,
Man, are the Saints making a late season surge?
no, the two back of the division. No chance.
But, but I mean, they're playing the Giants. They're gonna get a win right there.
Yeah, well, I agree with that, but
I'll take the Saints to cover.
I think Saints win this game. But I think the Giants in the points here. I think the Giants will actually play better this time around at home. They're still terrible, but they will not win this game. They'll lose by a field goal. Give me the Saints to win this game, but Giants in the points. All right. Panthers at Eagles. The Eagles are 2.5 point favorites. The over under is 45.5. Zach.
Wait, what is the over under?
45.5.
Oh, excuse me. What was the spread?
12.5. Eagles.
12 and a half.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a little much. I think after having such a big win against Baltimore, Philly might be riding just a little high and not paying much attention. I'll take Carolina in the points.
Really?
Yeah.
I see the logic there. I do see the logic there. Um, and not only that, to your credit, Carolina's been playing good football last couple weeks. Bryce Young is
Yeah,
that
he had his
benching
best game ever.
that that benching might have done wonders for his career. Like if we see Bryce Young become a serviceable quarterback for the rest of his career, him getting benched Andy Dalton in week 3 or 4 will be the turning point of his career. Sometimes you can take a step back, and then you know,
But
um,
he took steps back in his rookie season because he kept missing games. So,
right. But I think him being benched, I think, might will do wonders. And and
all
look,
right.
and he's played well last couple weeks. He's played very well. That said, even with Carolina being competitive, and I can see the argument being competitive, Eagles is too damn good, and they're at home. And while I do see your point with the letdown, I still think they'll cover 12.5 points.
All right.
Maybe get a late score. You know what I'm saying? A little late score.
Oh, no,
Games
I
in
hear you.
hand, up touchdown, but then they score. Saquon with a run with a 60-yard scamper, up 14, and they hold it. So you give me Eagles to cover anyway. All right. Browns at Steelers. The Steelers are 6.5 point favorites. The over under is 41.5. Zach.
Look, I really like the Steelers in this game. All right. I get it. The Browns are way more competitive now that Jameis is there. But Jameis is now going to go up against a defense that's going to be looking to kill him.
Yeah.
And all I see are turnover from Jameis. So give me the Steelers to cover.
Steelers win the game, but it's a lot of points. And again, the ratio about good game, bad game. I mean, I don't know if you call James Winston's performance on Monday a good game because he did have almost 500 yards and 4 touchdowns, but 3 picks and 2 pick sixes. I guess in his case, it's probably a good game still because better than
Yeah,
Deshaun
that's 6
Watson.
touchdowns.
That's his experience of James Winston in general. But that being said, rivalry game. These teams just met 2 weeks ago. I'm taking the over in this game. Actually, I don't know why. I'm taking the over.
Didn't it go over 2 weeks ago?
I think barely.
Yeah.
They won 24-19. I think the over
Yeah,
was
they're
like
setting it too
37. It
low.
was 24-19, and I think yeah, it was like high 30s,
38.
39.
Yeah.
So yeah, went over barely in the snow. In fact, in the snow. So I'm taking the over here as well too. Also, all right. Raiders at Bucks. The Bucks are 7 point favorites. The over under is 44.5. Zach.
Give me the Bucks. I mean, the Raiders gotta be done now.
Oh yeah,
You blow that kick against Kansas City. I'm sorry.
they're trying to tank, man.
There's no recovering.
They're trying to tank, man. Come on, they're trying to
Yeah.
tank.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, give me Tampa. Tampa's red hot now. They're playing. I mean, look, they close win against Carolina, but divisional opponent. Look, I get that. But Tampa is now starting to turn on. Now they're healthier. Now Baker Mayfield's having a really, really good year. If this team was actually even like remotely better record, he might be a low key MVP candidate also too. Give me the Bucks here to win this game and cover 7 points anyway. All right, 4 o'clock games. Seahawks at Cardinals. The Cardinals are 2.5 point favorites. The over under is 44.5. Zach.
To me, this just screams over. Both these teams love to put up points, and both these teams love to give up points.
So it's funny you said that because they just met 2 weeks ago as well too, and final score was 16-6.
Well, that's not going to happen 2 times in one season.
No, I agree with your record. I do. I could definitely see over, but I think Arizona is they need this win. I think if Seattle wins this game, the Rams lose to Buffalo, which is the next game we're going to cover in a second. The division might be wrapped up at that point. And I hate
Seattle would have it.
They'll have a 2-game lead at that point over both teams, and then the Niners are still banged up. So that could be the case here. So I think Seattle's his job. I think we can see the Seahawks, who I don't trust, and I've been saying it all year long, but somehow we're getting hot at the right time. Seattle could have this thing wrapped up. That being said, I don't trust them. So obviously I'm taking the the Cardinals to recover and Kyler Murray to to recover at home. Give me the Cardinals to win this game and cover 2.5 points. All right, Bills at Rams. Bills are 4-point favorites. The over under is 48.5. Zach.
The Bills should be favored by like 9. All right, they're gonna win by double digits. I'm sorry. The Bills are just a train that is running away from the station, and nobody can stop them.
Taking Buffalo.
Taking Buffalo.
Yeah, I like Buffalo here too in the spot, but the Rams were at home. They are semi-healthy. I think both guys are back. Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua are both playing this week, I believe. Um, I think the safe bet, though, the best bet is the over. I see some fireworks here in this one. Bills do win this game, though, but I do think the best bet is the over in this game at 48.5. But to your point about Buffalo, they are all business right now. They are all business. So, I mean, am I ready to see it? They are the Super Bowl favorites, the favorites to go to the Super Bowl in the AFC. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting closer and closer to saying that. All right. Bears at Niners. The Niners are 5.5-point favorites. The over-under is 44, Zach.
I don't know how the 49ers could be favored by this much, as banged up as they are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess that partly has to do with Eberflus being fired, right? You're bringing in an interim coach against Shanahan.
Mm-hmm.
See,
But
I'm trying to talk myself in. I'll do it. Give me the 49ers to cover.
tempting. It's very tempting to do that. I mean, this team is a walking wounded, broken, beaten, scarred. McCaffrey's out for the year pretty much. Jordan, what's his face? Jordan, was the running back replaced him most of the year.
Yeah.
Jordan, whatever his name is. Pryor, whatever his name is. He's gonna miss time also too. That's banged up. It is tempting to take San Francisco even with that, but I also know that a lot of times when a interim coach comes to takes over the team that first game they respond pretty well actually. But I don't have the balls to pick the Bears on this one, so I'm going to take the under in this game at 44. It's the best bet. All right, Sunday football: Chargers at Chiefs. The Chiefs are 3.5-point favorites. The over under is 43.5. Zach.
I hope the Bills are gonna send like muffin baskets, donuts. They need to send every thank you basket known to man to Harbaugh and Herbert, because Kansas City's gonna catch their second loss of the season. I'm taking the Chargers.
I am too. I said this when the prior to that Bills Chiefs game a couple weeks ago, when you were eyeballing the Chiefs schedule, they were not, I think 9-0 at the time. And okay, could they go 17-0? We'll see. Where's the first loss coming from, or losses coming from? And obviously Buffalo was the obvious one. But I also eyeball this game because the Chargers, whether or not they're good or bad, they always give the Chiefs problems. Even when they lose to the Chiefs, they're always competitive games. Even the game they played in week 2 was competitive, or week 4, whatever it was. The Chargers playing good football right now. The defense is good enough to keep Mahomes and company contained. Look, the Chargers win this game, and Buffalo will have the number 1 seed by the end of this weekend. I'm going to warn folks though, real quick, who keep having this talk about the Chiefs and they're finished, this and that. We always have amnesia because we forget that the Chiefs literally did this same okie doke last year, and look what happened. Don't fall for it, guys. The Chiefs are more capable of turning it on when it matters. Okay, we all had this team buried at Christmas Day last year when they lost to the Raiders at home, and all they did after that was win every single fucking game until 2 weeks ago. Okay, so don't fall for the okie doke. They want you to look this way while things going on that way. So don't fall for it. I'm not saying the Chiefs. I'm not saying the Chiefs are going to win it all this year. I'm not even saying that because I think this is the year to catch them. But just don't fall for the okie doke. That being said, give me Chargers as well, 2 on the spot on the road. Chargers win outright. Okay? And finally, Monday Night Football, we have the Bengals at the Cowboys. The Bengals 6-point favorites. The over under is 48.5. Zach.
So this is where I am. Bengals suck. Cowboys suck. Cowboys are trying to make playoff life happen for them.
It's too far
So
back.
I'm
It's
gonna
too far
ride
back.
with the Cowboys. All right. All the Bengals want to do is score points and give up points. They're not trying to win any games. So I'll take the points. I'll take the Cowboys, and I'll go for my third straight victory.
Yeah. First off, the Dallas Cowboys are 3 games behind for the wild card. Okay, number one. Let's start there. 3 games back. Okay, and they still
They're
got
still
leapfrog.
trying.
3 games back with 5 to go, and they got to leapfrog 3 teams just to get there. Okay, they have no shot winning division number one. Okay, to even that route is gone. Okay, number one. But that being said, is it possible that you can have a bad matchup, a bad game, a bad matchup be a good game? Because even though these two teams are pretty much cooked for the year in terms of playoff possibilities, I'm still intrigued by this game actually. And maybe it's just
Yeah,
Joe Burrow. Maybe it's just Joe Burrow in general, I guess. And
I'm
Bengals
sure.
offense. Yeah.
And you probably want to see if Mika can get a couple sacks on Burrow also.
And maybe but we'll go out that night, Monday night. Well, let's go. Me, you, and Chris go out and find watch a game.
Sounds
I don't know.
good.
But hot take coming here for you, buddy. Because look, this window for the Bengals is closed. This window with this core, Burrow, Chase,
Yeah.
Higgins, it's closed officially. Because number one, both guys ain't come back. Higgins or
No.
Chase, both ain't coming back next year. It's very possible that both of them may leave. Who knows? Because Mike Brown, cheapest owner in all of football. Okay. Hot take here
I
coming
would
right
think
now.
it happened.
Hot take coming right now. I think Joe Burrow asked for a trade within 2 years.
Whoa.
Because this is not the same. Unless Mike Brown has changed his heart and he's invested into keeping his team competitive, you can't.
But he is an Ohio boy, correct?
I don't give a shit if he's Ohio boy. It doesn't matter if your team's not. If your ownership group is not putting enough money into this team or enough to make this team competitive, and he's getting killed every week. On top of that, Joe Burrow's having an MVP year. Joe Burrow's having a phenomenal year, MVP year, and I don't think it's fair. So I think.
Can I ask what is this fairness thing?
I'm not trying to be unfair to him. They're not losing because of Joe Burrow. Let's be clear about that. They're not. They scored 38 points last week against the Steelers and still lost. At some point, it's not just a Joe Burrow problem anymore.
But what does that have to do with fairness, though?
I'm not saying to be fair and unfair. I'm just saying that Joe Burrow ain't the problem. They ain't lose because of bad quarterback play.
Yeah, okay. But you know what's not going to help? Spending $35 to $40 million on 2 wide receivers.
Okay, I'm not suggesting they bring them both back because I think only one's coming back, and it's going to be Chase most likely. But I'm just saying though that if I can see a scenario where Mike Brown, cheap as he is, lets both of them go, okay, and try to cheap his way through around the edges, and that won't work probably, and Joe Burrow will get frustrated, and I think he'll ask for a trade in 2 years.
Right.
So, in any case, I think I'll take Dallas on the points here. I think. Let me see this. Six is a lot of points, buddy. 6 is a lot of points.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking Dallas.
Yeah, give me Dallas on the points here, but give me the Bengals win outright to win overall. But Dallas on the points. It's a lot of points there for the Cowboys. Oh, the Bengals rather, because again their defense sucks, and I think I can see Cooper Rush cooking a little bit in this game. So, all right, those are your Week 14 best bets. One last thing before we get out of here, little